What's up, everybody? On this episode of Florida Hood Blogs, we are in Immokalee, Florida. We're also going to go to Estero. We're going to have a lot of conversations on this blog. Are you guys ready for a fun trip in Florida? Let's do it! What's up, everybody? This is Jose and Katie. Where are we today, Katie?
Estero. It exists.
It exists? Come on, you got to do better than that.
If you're looking for it, it's a nice area.
It's an awesome area. If you're thinking about Estero, Florida, don't even think about it. This place is awesome. Now, today we're going to be heading to Immokalee. Katie, why are we going to Immokalee?
Because I want to go to Immokalee.
Because Katie wants to go to Immokalee. I wanted to go somewhere nice along the beach. Katie wants to go to Immokalee. We're also going to talk about how she's American white and I'm Cuban. So we're going to talk about multiracial. Even though it's not even a race, we're both the same race. But here in the United States, Hispanic is almost considered a different race. So in a sense, we are in the United States what they call interracial marriage, even though we're the same race. But that's just how messed up the United States is. So we're going to talk about our differences and how that makes us as a couple really be awesome and how much we enjoy each other's different cultures and lifestyles. And if you're thinking about Estero, Florida, I have a lot of people asking about Estero, Florida. You really can't go wrong with Estero, Florida. Estero is amazing. So if you're thinking about Estero, Florida, don't even think about it. It's an amazing little place. If you can afford to live here,
I guess I'd live here if I could afford it, which I can't. And it's not really my cup of tea either.
okay, but what if, I mean, if you had like kids and you wanted to live in a really nice place, like let's say you wanted your kids to go to good schools, I think this would be an awesome place to do it.
Yeah, it seems nice enough.
Yeah, but we're gonna go to Immokalee, Florida today, and you're probably wondering, why are we going to Immokalee? Katie wants to go to Immokalee. Even though she's American, she's the one who wants to go to Immokalee, which is like 70% Latino, and she wants to go there for the Mexican food. So even though I'm the Latino, sometimes it's Katie who says, hey, at first it was really hard to get her used to eating Latin food. At first it was really difficult, like she didn't want to go and try new things, but now she'll want to go eat Mexican or Colombian or Cuban food, and I want American food. So we're going to talk a little bit on this video about how the differences in our cultures mostly, and how it affects our marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing because we're so different and there's so much we can learn from each other. We're gonna go to Immokalee today. Immokalee is one of the poorest cities in Florida. But let me tell you something about Immokalee. Even though it's one of the poorest cities in Florida, the kids that are coming out of Immokalee, they're not coming out a bunch of thugs. They're not coming out a bunch of gangsters. These kids are going to be successful. The youth of Immokalee is going to be successful. The parents came from Haiti. They came from Guatemala. They came from nothing. They're thankful to be here in the United States. Their kids were born here, so they're U.S. citizens, and they will make something out of their lives. So even though the people of Immokalee are coming from poverty, are coming from nothing, I can guarantee you these are going to be very successful kids once they get older. It's like having a beach in your backyard. Look at this. I mean, this is some clear water. Now these quarries, I would definitely not recommend swimming here. I'm going to guess most of these houses have pools anyways. I'm going to guess that the bass in this quarry has to be amazing. And I would like to try fishing. I just don't know if I'll get kicked out here for doing it, but I'm gonna guess that the bass in this quarry has to be amazing. I'm surrounded by mosquitoes right now and no-see-ums and all types of bugs, and even though it was kind of a cool day today, it's already starting to warm up and get really warm and muggy. So that's something you're definitely gonna have to contend with here in Florida, is just how hot and muggy and humid it gets. It gets unbearable. And so that's probably, if you're coming from a different climate, you know, like you may not be used to these bugs all over your face. I mean, of course, if you're hanging out by your pool screen, if you're hanging out by your pool, you got a pool screen and all that. But if you're out and about, the mosquitoes at night here can be quite the annoyance. I bet you the bass in this quarry are amazing. As you can hear, I'm just knocking mosquitoes off me left and right. So yeah, I mean, I had to mention Estero, Florida, since so many of my subscribers keep asking about Estero. I would definitely recommend this place if you can afford it. That's all there is to it. I've really tried to think hard about some of the downsides of this place. I guess mosquitoes, no-see-ums, heat and humidity, but that's just about anywhere in Florida. That's like a general Florida thing. Overall, I think the people are friendly, and I'm not gonna knock the town for the fact that they purposely try to get rid of the kids from Bonita Springs in their schools. Like, I can totally understand that this is a wealthy area here, and Bonita Springs is a middle class area, and that the wealthy people don't want their kids going to school with poor kids. I mean, that's a thing all over the world. The temptation to go fishing here is so much right now, but we really gotta go. She dropped out of college. Like me, I was kicked out of high school, but I would have never voluntarily like quit high school or dropped out. I went to the 9th grade, I think 3 or 4 different times, went back into 9th grade because I would start the school year. If you guys know my story, you know I went through my mom dying from cancer, my dad being sick. So I've been working since I was like 13 years old. I mean, like, I would have to buy my own school clothes, and I've been paying rent since I was 14. So with my situation, I would have never, like, her parents paid for her college and she dropped out because she didn't want to go. Like, I feel that as a Latino, like, I'm more of a go-getter and a hustler. I feel that she could do better. She's had more opportunities that she has to taken advantage of her opportunities as well as she could have. And I feel like as a Cuban Latino, like, we really don't take opportunities for granted, because I came from nothing. When I was born in Cuba, it was what they called el periodo especial, which was a period of starvation, basically, where we were pretty much starving to death. And I feel that, as you know, being with Katie, that I have a much deeper appreciation for all that.
I am starting my own channel.
You've been saying that forever, you never do it.
I am going to.
You've been saying that forever. Like, that's exactly what I'm referring to right there. Like, so much procrastination.
I need support.
What support? You have, like, my camera. Just use my camera to do that. So, like I said, that's kind of part of the major differences, that while I feel overall Latinos are lacking responsibility, like, whatever we lack in responsibility, we overflow in effort. Like, we try really hard, but then we're not responsible with what we get. Where American people are more responsible with what they have, but then they don't really try to make anything out of it.
You make me want to hurt you, Jose.
For what? We gotta be honest. Like, this is
what I mean, lack of support.
So we're gonna start a GoFundMe. We just haven't got around to it. We've been way too busy. We got to recover the drone. We're here in Lake Trafford in Immokalee. Last time we were here, we flew the drone. This lake is like 1 mile across. I flew it right over the open water, and that's the type of stupid stuff I was doing with the drone, and that's why we lost it. So we need to recover that. We're going to do a GoFundMe. Oh, ¿qué es ese?
Padre.
Es un gato, ¿verdad?
No.
Un pez gato, ¿verdad? So we're gonna do a GoFundMe. We just haven't got around to it yet, but we do need you guys' support for that. Basically, you guys know the deal. There's not even much to say. The drone is important for our channel. I bought it, I lost it. It was $1,200, and we need to recover that like ASAP. I haven't got around to making the video for the, getting set up with the GoFundMe, but that needs to happen like ASAP. So even before the coronavirus, I wouldn't go to a packed beach. So like with this whole coronavirus thing, nothing surprised me. We were planning on moving to a more rural area before this all happened. Okay, you wouldn't catch me at a packed restaurant before this happened. You wouldn't catch us at a packed beach. No way. We come out here in Immokalee and we go out in the Everglades. We get away from people. Our mindset is not to sit there where there's 1,000 other people. That's not the way we do things. So even before the corona thing, like, we've been against hanging out in packed places. I live 2 miles from the beach. I can walk to the beach from my house, and we don't because there's so many people. So again, before coronavirus, we were really avoiding packed places, going to the beach. We would rather go out to the Everglades or on a natural trail or to a small town where there's less people. So like, I felt that a lot of the stuff that happened, we already kind of saw it happening, either with the crowds of people on the beaches or with, so like, oh, and also the economy, like definitely the economy. We kind of saw this coming. That's why we were trying to get rid of our property in Naples to turn our real estate into cash so that we could, right now there's a lot more foreclosures and stuff. So like, we had already seen all this coming from an economical, we kind of had an idea where the world was going. That's why we're trying to dump our property in Naples so we can get some cash money. Like if we had sold our property, the timing would have just been perfect. We were gonna rent for a while, wait it out, and then cash up. So if we had sold the property, it would have been, everything would have played out perfectly. We had a good idea on where things were going. Yo, that's fun. They're jet skiing on Lake Trafford in the rain. Oh no, they're not jet skiing, they're fishing. It's a little boat. I gotta take care of my dad. My old man, mi viejito, is like everything I got. Like I gotta take care of him. Like with her family, the old people, they leave you inheritances. You can call them up and say, hey, we need $1,000. So we saw ourselves without a vehicle. We called her grandpa and said, hey, we need $1,000 for a down payment, you know, or whatever. And like that, like American people, like the grandparents and parents, help them and leave them an inheritance. With us, it's, and they, like if you go out to dinner, the older people pay for the dinner. With us, it's backwards. Like we have to take care of our parents because our parents raised so many kids and they gave everything they had to raise us, where there's nothing left to give. So like the difference also between American and Spanish is like I have to take care of my parents. My dad, I have to take care of him. I have to look out for him. And with her family, it's kind of like backwards. It's like if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't even be where we are today. So it's kind of like the scripts are flipped. Because in our countries, people have more kids and then they end up with nothing when they're older. Where with American people, like they come from generations of 8 to 12 people. Now people only have one kid. So like that one kid, Katie, in theory, is inheriting from 12 different people as they pass away. Where with us, we multiply. So therefore, whatever little things we have to be divided between more people. So that's also a huge difference between Americans and Latinos. The importance of traveling and how traveling
expands your thinking.
Yeah, it really does. Like when you don't, like a lot of people live inside their little bubble and they don't travel, they don't see other places. So like let's say you live in a golf community and you're in a skated community and you're within like a small social circle, you never get to experience what's outside of that circle. We thought we lived in the greatest place in the world. But then we started to travel. We started traveling around 2012. I got a job doing, it's kind of weird because there's only like 5 people in Florida who do this job. I worked for a pigeon racing club, and that's how I first got started on YouTube, because we started to record that because it was so weird that we got into it, because we got this weird job and we started like blogging about this weird job, and that kind of kicked off our YouTube in 2012. So we started to travel to different places, and that traveling really set off a chain of events that led to where we are here YouTubing. But as we started to travel, we realized that there's other places out there, there's other lifestyles, there's a lot more going on in the world. Like let's say you live in a community where the African Americans are very poor. You might grow up with the concept that African Americans are poor. However, you go to Atlanta, Georgia, and you see some rich African American communities, and that expands your thinking. So like if you've never been to Atlanta, Georgia and seen rich African American communities, you might have a concept that like here in South Florida, a lot of the African American communities are really poor. Then you go to Atlanta, and in Atlanta you see a lot of really wealthy African Americans, and you say, okay, there are wealthy African Americans. So it's a way to expand your thinking. Like Haiti, for example, all you hear on the news about Haiti is poverty and all these horrible things. I'm following these bloggers that are out of Haiti right now, and I also follow bloggers out of the Dominican Republic. They got houses in Haiti, like the biggest houses in Naples are probably what, Port Royal or over there by Barefoot Beach. They got houses bigger than that in Haiti, and they're built by like stone by hand. They're not built with some like crap from Home Depot. They're built with like masonry stones. you have places like Culiacan and Sinaloa where they have big houses. Like, you think the houses in Naples are extravagant? You should see the houses. You guys should definitely go on Google Earth and check out the houses in Culiacan, Sinaloa. They're like massive palaces. So don't automatically assume that because you know, like, once you start to travel and see places, and we still need to travel more, we're kind of limited to the southeast region of the United States. We need to travel a whole lot more. But once you start to travel and see different places, it definitely expands your thinking, because a lot of times you live within like a or you only travel to other places. Like, some people only travel to a particular type of place. We'll go from traveling to like the fanciest places to the poor places, and we experience everything from like corner stores in the hood to like resorts on the beach. So when you get a more broad definition of your travels, that really contributes to changing the way you think, because you see more. I think many times people are just stuck in this small world of their own thoughts. Okay, so we're at the Immokalee Farmers Market, and we got $20. Let's go shop and see what we can get for $20 in the Immokalee Farmers Market.
A pumpkin, but would you eat it if I cooked it?
How would you cook it? ¿Cuánto valen las calabazas?
Calabazas diferentes precios.
Okay. You want a little one?
Yeah.
Una pequeñita. $3. Okay,
Okay,
una calabaza. Place is like packed with people. It's rainy today, it's a weekday, and also the situation we know about the whole world right now. So it's not as good as it normally is. Usually about every single one of these things would be full. There'd be people everywhere. Right now it's probably at 5% capacity. So $1 a piece. This is a mamey. Mamey or sapodilla? Let's find out. ¿Estos son mamey o sapodilla? This is mamey or sapodilla? Mamey, uno. So we're gonna grab, this is a mamey. We make batido, which is kind of like a milkshake out of this. Cuatro? Okay. Yeah, $4 for the whole basket?
Yeah, let's get it.
Cool. A pumpkin, a mamey, that's $9 so far. Ya tenemos miel. Yeah. So he's got natural honey. Very good stuff, good stuff. Miel natural, natural honey. It's supposed to be like 13 bucks. He's only gonna charge us 12, so he's hooking us up on the price. So that's good. That's a lot of stuff. All right, grab your stuff. Vámonos. Gracias, señor. Vámonos. Okay, so estamos en Immokalee Farmers Market. Okay, when you come into Immokalee's Farmers Market, straight shot ahead. That's the entrance right there. It's this little store right here. So it's the little red store, la tiendecita anaranjada. ¿Qué tienes acá para vender?
Para mientras tengo frutas.
Fruits, he's got fruits here. Yeah, very cheap. Vegetables. Yo voy al Publix. Lo que compré aquí ahorita con $12 y voy al Publix gasto como 20. What I just got here for $12, when I go to Publix and I spend like 20. See, mucho Gatorade, sodas, agua fresca. Eso me gusta mucho. ¿Qué tipo de tamarindo? Okay, dame uno. I want to grab one. We're gonna drink a tamarind juice. I love the. También había una señora, no sé si son ustedes o al lado, sí, que tiene de piña.
Tengo de piña.
Él también tiene piña. Vamos a tomar de tamarindo. He's got tamarind juice. We're gonna try that. Pero hoy de seguro vamos con el tamarindo. Normally, there's a lot of people that come to the Immokalee Farmers Market from Naples, but you know the world situation right now. Sí viene mucha gente de Naples acá, ¿verdad? Sí. Tamarind juice before, it's really awesome. Muy bueno. Jugo de tamarindo. Te lo agradezco, pero de verdad que quiero cooperar. Sí, claro.
Y tengo de piña, de pura piña, no colorante, nada.
So the pineapple juice is not natural. Eso sí es de puro tamarindo.
Ya, puro tamarindo.
Sí, aparece mucho el tamarindo aquí en la Florida, ¿no? Es difícil encontrarlo, ¿verdad?
Difícil, pero lo traen de México.
Oh, lo traen de México. So it's really hard to get real tamarind juice here in Florida. They bring it from Mexico, but he's made real tamarind juice, so this is awesome.
¿Quieres probar de piña?
Solamente un vasito pequeño.
Okay.
He's gonna let us sample the pineapple. This brings back memories for me because when I was a little kid in Cuba. En Cuba tenemos la temporada del tamarindo, de la ciruela, de mango. Y no es como acá que traen de todos los países. En Cuba solamente lo que está en temporada. Si no está en temporada no hay. From actual pineapple. Natural pineapple, just from pineapple.
Pineapple's my
You'll
favorite.
probably, yeah, she'll probably like it more than me. A little bit different than usual.
It's good. It's got a good.
It's all good here. We're probably like the only people shopping here today, so if you're in the Naples area, I'd definitely recommend. I mean, it's not as good as usual here. Most of the people here are really, it's probably 5 to 10% of the capacity, but so with $20, we were able to get $16. He hooked us up on the drinks. He wouldn't. He would have. I made him charge me because I'm not. He wanted to hook me up with drinks, but anyways.
I got potatoes. I got cantaloupes. I got peppers. Mamey.
Potatoes, pumpkin, all that for $16. If we had done that in Naples at a Publix, it would have been 40% more easily. All right, so we got some pigeons in the middle of the road. Some pigeons. So this is Immokalee's Farmers Market. Pretty much empty. It's a rainy day, and we need some bananas. Let's see. He's got bananas right there. Give me some money. Pretty slow. I also got for $3. I got a box of a few more tomatoes and bananas. So we got tomatoes and bananas for $3, but I gave the guy $4 and said keep the tip just so we could spend the 20. I really wanted to leave that $20 bill in its entirety here, so we got what we needed. We got hooked up with a sample drink. So what's really awesome about this experience has been, the guy offered me a drink. It's so much mutual benefit. Like he let me record his shop. He's gonna benefit if you guys would go to his shop, and he offered me a free sample. He got some free promotion, and somebody else. It's a give and take. That's what I like about the farmers market. It's not just take. It's like a win-win situation.
And his drinks are amazing.
Yeah, the drinks are amazing. So pretty much a win-win situation here at the farmers market today. And that's why we like to come to Immokalee. Now the most important thing is the food. So let's go get some real authentic Latino food. What you doing, man? Oh, come on, man. And you've never experienced Immokalee, get some Mexican food here. The taco places, for the most part, most of them are good. I haven't run into one that I wouldn't recommend. Not the one that's like on the main corner, remember? They were really good. When we had the first time, what they have, it's only to go, remember? And on the main intersection, let's do that one. La tapia, la tapita, la tapatía, la tapatía. That's a monthly right there, y'all. Oh snap! The girl's just like throwing up money and everything. This is Main Street and First Street, which is like the main intersection of Immokalee. We're gonna get some really good tacos here. This taco place is amazing. So definitely one of my favorite taco places here in Immokalee. Let's get something to eat. All right, cool. So we just ordered our food from El Taquito, which is kind of like in the center of town. There's a lot of really good taco places here, so this isn't the only one that I like. It's definitely one of my favorites. There's also good Cuban food here, I believe, although I've never had it. Usually, to be honest, when I come to Immokalee, what I usually get is going to almost always going to be Mexican food, because just the nature of the place, I think it's better. So I always get Mexican food when I come here. Hola. So usually when I come here, I always get Mexican food, but there is Haitian food here. There's also Cuban food, and there's an American restaurant as well. Lasano's Mexican restaurant's pretty good. This restaurant, this little takeout place where we're getting food from, is pretty good. I guess this is an ice cream place, so there's a lot of different stuff here. And like I said, usually here in Immokalee, the food is on point. It's never really bad. It's usually just perfect. If you really need an excuse to get out here, you can run out to Dinner Island. Of course, today the weather's crappy. If the weather was nice, if the weather was nicer, I would definitely run up to Dinner Island. There's a few little roads. There's a few little roads that kind of all the way around Immokalee. They're all beautiful rural drives, country roads. You really can't go wrong with Immokalee. Overall, everything around here in Immokalee is awesome. And you just can't go wrong with the shopping, the restaurants, all of it is good. You really can't go wrong with Immokalee. So, and one of my favorite things about Immokalee is, like I said, you can really get out and enjoy those country roads. Looks like they got a little shoe store here with some Nikes and Adidas, good shoes. I love how they have the green, white, and red for the Mexican flag, denoting that it's in fact a Mexican restaurant. So I really love how they kind of incorporated the Mexican colors into the front of this building, with the metal bars being that color. Very authentic little touch. Whoever came up with that did a good job. Interesting. Like I said, the food game here is amazing. Good food everywhere you go. And Immokalee, Florida, man. This is Zacatecas Restaurante y Taqueria, so there's a lot of authentic food. I mean, like, it's not just one place. Like, you could really do a lot here. And it is a poor place. Like I said, everybody, the main source of work here is agriculture, so it's a little bit poor of a place. But you're gonna find the people to be, for the most part, pretty warm and friendly and good people, and even more Mexican restaurants. So you can't really go wrong with Immokalee. I mean, the amount of Mexican places here, it's overwhelming. Like, there's so much to choose from. And this is the main strip of the town, so you can park right up in front of the place you're gonna go to. You know, there's no lines here to park. You can just park right on the main strip. You don't have to park behind a building or nothing like that. If you're a little bit sensitive, you know, you can just park right on the main strip. Lots of stuff to explore. You know, you could really spend little money and get a lot for your money here in Immokalee. I mean, overall, pretty good deals here as far as what you can get at the store shopping. And like I said, if you really like rural drives, you can go up to Dinner Island. Heading towards Rancho Montura. It's beautiful natural areas with a lot of cool stuff to do. as far as nature goes. The town of Immokalee is really diverse. You got Haitians, you got Mexican, Guatemalan, a little bit of everything. It's a real diverse town, and you have a lot of cowboys too. So just a really diverse town, lots to do. Now, I've made videos in the past where I mentioned some statistics about the town as far as the poverty rate and all that, and it makes a few people mad because they think I'm trying to talk down their town. I'm not talking down in your town. I'm just stating some very obvious facts about the place, and I can't lie to people. I mean, just because a place is poor doesn't mean you hate it, or doesn't mean you should not go there. On the contrary, these are the type of places where you need to be spending your money. These are the type of businesses that you need to be supporting. So like, these are the type of places that need you to spend money. These are the types of towns that really need that support. But I think the red and blue here indicates that it's a Haitian store. Might be wrong on that. It could just be the colors they went with, but the red and blue could indicate that it's a Haitian store, and those are the colors of the Haitian flag. And there's a cross like in the Jamaican flag, so I don't know if they're going for, but then they also have yellow, red, and blue, which is the Colombian flag. So I guess they kind of went with a, I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but they might just be they got the popo out here, man. Okay, proud to support our seniors. Congrats. So yes, congratulations to everybody who graduated here in Immokalee. And I know, because I have a lot of friends here in Immokalee and a lot of families here, I know that these are kids that are going to be successful. They're going to do something with their lives. So un gran saludo a toda la gente de Immokalee, con sus familias y sus hijos. Les deseo lo mejor, y sé que la gente de Immokalee son luchadoras, y que este pueblo, aunque nosotros los adultos, nosotros la gente mayores quizás seamos pobres, pero yo sé que los hijos de aquí, que ya son ciudadanos americanos, van a lograr mucho en su vida, porque ustedes son gente trabajadora y que le han enseñado muchos buenos valores a sus hijos, a trabajar fuerte, a luchar y siempre seguir para adelante con la frente en alto. Un gran saludo a toda mi gente de Immokalee. Este cubano los quiere mucho, y aquí estamos diciéndole a la gente que vengan a Immokalee, que gasten su dinero acá. Y un gran saludo a todo el mundo. Demostrándole a las gentes que aunque ese es un lugar pobre, pero que hay buena comida y que hay buenas familias, y que deberían venir acá a gastar su dinero aquí en Immokalee, donde se necesita, donde la gente de verdad está luchando para cuidar a sus familias. Un gran saludo, los quiero mucho. But that's really not the way I encourage people to spend their money. I would rather you spend your money in the restaurants, in the spend your money in the restaurants, spend your money in the farmers market. Don't spend your money in the casino. So we just got 2 tacos, a chalupa, and an enchilada for $19. In Naples, this would be $45, and it would not even taste half as good as this will.